All right. I think we are officially live here on this Wednesday morning, December 16th. So hopefully you guys are having a great morning. It's a little rainy here in South Carolina, but hey, we're heading towards the new year. So pretty excited about that. Today, if you're joining me and you're watching this on the replay, welcome. We are going to be talking about email list building and marketing in 2021, some of the best practices. Has there anything or is anything changing that we should be concerned with strategy-wise, or are people even going to read emails? I mean, is that even something that we should be focusing on? So we'll be discussing that, but I'm going to really break it down. There's 5 different things that I want to cover that talk about email list building, and then what makes email marketing work and what will make it work in 2021. So that's what we're going to be talking about here. While I am going live here, I would love for you guys to let me know in the comments, whether you're watching this on a replay or not, or if you're watching this live, let me know. Are you currently building your email list right now? All right. So just drop that in the comments. Let me know, and we can go ahead and see where you're at with that. All right. And while we're waiting for everyone to kind of jump in here, our morning crew, I will remind you, if you are watching this or listening to this and you would like to be part of our morning crew, head on over to takeactioncrew.com. And let's see if I have a handy little thing. I do. Look at that. Join the crew, takeactioncrew.com. If you go there, you're going to find a couple of different things, actually 3 things. One, a way that you can join the email list there, that you can get notifications, and you can also get some cool things that we're going to be doing for just the morning crew. And then also you will have access to a really smart player that will go through and allow you to search through not just the titles of the coffee talks, but literally the transcripts all the way through. It'll bring you right to those specific spots that you're interested in learning more about, whether that's email list building, whether it's digital product creation, whether it's physical products, whether it's doing your first launch or any of that stuff. And we got to turn this off here. So anyway, let's go ahead. And it's funny how your phone is off and then all of a sudden it kicks on and it just starts, someone starts speaking. So anyway, that's what you get there. So if you are, again, wanting to go through all of the past coffee talks and really just go to one specific area that we talk about, head on over to takeactioncrew.com. You'll see that player right there and you can use it. The other thing is that's there as a little bonus for you is there is a live coffee talk that I did at Brand Accelerator Live 2019. That's there for you if you want to watch that I did with a live audience. It was pretty fun. All right. So with that all being said, I say that we kick this thing off and we dive in. Oh, wait a minute. Gio says, Scott, no coffee? Come on, Gio. You know better than that. It's coffee talk. Of course there's coffee. All right. So yes. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to talk about email today. Okay. And the title of this, I believe, if I have my notes here, was Email List Building and Marketing in 2021 Best Practices. Now, if you do want help with email list building moving into 2021, I would encourage you to head on over to brandcreators.com/list. And if you do that, you'll be able to attend our on-demand workshop, which is Email List Building Fast Track Workshop. And from there, you can go through and we'll show you exactly how to build a list from scratch and really how to use it effectively. And I was looking to see if I had a link here and it does not. Oh, yes, I do. There it is. The Email Fast Track Workshop is right there. brandcreators.com/list. If you go there, you will have access to the on-demand training there where we go through everything you need to know, from building a lead magnet to building your landing page, to creating your follow-up. All of that stuff is all inside of that workshop. So if you're interested, head on over to brandcreators.com/list. All right. So let me get back here and let me put that other one up there. There we go. We're going to put that one up. All right, cool. All right. Yeah. It looks like we've got a few of you guys tuning in here. We got Kate in the house. What's up, Kate? Good morning. 9 days. Yes, I know. It's crazy, right? Phil, what's up? Good morning to you. Gio already said hello to you. Salma, what's up? Phil says always building an email list or always building my list. What Gio says, big brother listening on your phone, Scott. Yeah, right. All right, cool. So here we go. Let's kick this thing off. All right. So today, what we're going to be talking about is email list building and marketing in 2021, the best practices. All right. Now, the big question that I think a lot of people want to know, whether you're just starting or if you're thinking about starting to build your email list, you're asking yourself this one question, and that is, will email still work? Is it something that I should still do? Or, I mean, come on, email. Does anyone really even check their emails anymore? I mean, come on. Shouldn't I just do a Facebook Messenger sequence? Shouldn't I just build my Messenger list? Shouldn't I just build my Instagram following? Shouldn't I just fill in the blank, right? I'm here to tell you that email is still, for me and a lot of other people, one of the most powerful communication channels that is still out there, and it is going to continue to be. Okay. It is something that I always focus on. It's what I'm going to continue to focus on inside of Brand Creators Academy. It's our third stage, which is our list building stage, which email is a huge part of that. We've created a full training, email list building fast track workshop, email marketing accelerator inside of the Academy. Why? Because we believe that email is still going to be a huge driver for business, for content, for getting feedback from your audience, your niche. All of that is still going to be something that is happening in 2021, and I believe way into the future. Okay. We are all still checking our emails, whether it's less, it doesn't matter. It actually can be better for you because it's not as noisy, because everyone else is over on Facebook. They're over on Instagram. They're over on the other social channels, right? So this, to me, is a great opportunity for us to show up in someone's inbox on a regular basis and deliver value. Now, the key word there is delivering value. So there are some wrong ways of doing this, and we're going to cover those here. And I'm going to give you really 5 different things that I want you to think about when you are building your list, whether you're just starting, whether you already have a list, whether you want to warm up that list again because you haven't emailed them in a long time. These things right here are vital. Okay. These are really, really important. All right. So let's kind of start off by going through some of these. I also want to say here, before I even go any further, is if you are going to be using email, which I think you should, by the way, in 2021, follow up and delivering value and being transparent is going to be something that will separate you from the competition. Okay. Let me say that again. Follow up, delivering value, and being transparent with your niche, with your list, is going to be really, really important. Okay. Because when they open your email or they see you in their inbox, they're going to immediately recognize you and say, that's someone that just sells something. That's someone I don't recognize. Oh, that's someone that delivers value. I like that person. I'm going to open their email. Really important. All right. We'll go through some of that stuff here. But just when you are considering doing this, I want you to think about that right there. Okay. Follow up, delivering value, being transparent. All right. So number 1, what is the first thing that we're going to be doing in 2021 to build our list? What's the very first step that we're going to be doing? Well, it's going to be creating something, a lead magnet that attracts the right person. Okay. Now, what I don't like is the newsletter model. Okay. And that is like, sign up for my newsletter, get weekly tips. It's so generic that the take rate will be very low. Okay. And then you might say, well, people aren't really joining my list. The problem is you're not giving them one specific thing that you can help them with. And it could be the smallest thing. It could be the smallest thing. Whatever it is, you need to kind of create that timeline. What are they trying to learn or overcome or solve? And how do you help them get there? And what is that first step, right? If you're helping someone lose weight, it might be a grocery list. That is the email opt-in. That is the lead magnet. We're attracting someone that wants to lose weight or get in shape. The first thing they need to know is how to pick the right, things at the grocery store. Okay. That's the lead magnet. But we know the next thing would be probably, okay, how many times a week do you work out? Or how do you prepare certain meals for a certain type of, diet or Whole30 or whatever diet thing, right? You get the idea. So the very first thing that we need to understand moving into 2021 is we need to be laser targeted and focused on who we're trying to attract. We don't want to attract everyone. Okay. I'm not trying to attract all of the sports and outdoors people, the hikers, the bikers, and all of that stuff. If I am trying to build my bass fishing blog in my product line, not the mountain biker isn't going to be my, ideal person. So I want to exclude those people and only attract the ones that are looking to, get better at bass fishing. So one of the big problems, and it's happened for years, but it's going to be even more critical moving forward, is getting laser targeted, okay, on who it is you're trying to attract. And understanding it's okay to have a smaller list, right? Inside of our email list building fast track workshop, we have a plan and a strategy to get you to 500 subscribers. And with those 500 subscribers, you can do a lot. You can do a lot. Actually, Matt, who I'm going to be talking about here in a second, is he's someone that's built a list, and his list now is just about 3,000, but it's been probably 3, 4, maybe even 5 months slowly building that. And now it's really starting to pay off. Okay. And I'm going to give you an example of what he's done and how he's used it and how I recommend you use email in the future. Okay. So number one, we need to get laser focused on what it is we are going to be helping that person with. The other thing I want to highlight here, I want to put a little highlighter pen there, the person. Okay. And what do I mean by that? A lot of people go, oh, I've got this list of 500 people. So you're like, hey, 500 people. No, one person. We are helping one person at a time. When they open your email, it's one person. Okay. So that's another little thing I want to highlight here, because a lot of people just look at it like I'm going to send out a blast. No, you're sending it out to one person. There's just a whole bunch of other people that are going to be reading it too. Okay. You want to speak to that one person. And when you get dialed in on who that person is, then your languaging changes. You get to, maybe to speak more to their issues and their sticking points or their things that they want, their desires, all of that stuff. We're going to talk about how you can actually really use the list to help you with that as well. That's in another step here coming up. All right. So number one, we want to create a free lead magnet that gives a quick win or solves a small problem. Okay. We want to only attract the right people. Okay. We only want to attract the right people. So number two is the follow-up. And this is where a lot of people drop the ball. Okay. It is going to be critical for your success in building your list if you build the list and you communicate with the list on a regular basis. It's the follow-up. Okay. You will, number one, build a better relationship through follow-up. You'll also make more money through the follow-up. And I'm going to give you an example on what we're doing with Matt right now, who he's had some really great wins here recently with his email list, all the way from nothing to an email list to selling a product and now creating a sequence that's going to continually sell. And I'll walk you through that here in a second, but just understand that we need to follow up. And if you're following up in the beginning, it's to build the relationship, but also there's a way that you can sell. Okay. So we'll talk about that, but the follow-up, the main thing for the follow-up, the main thing isn't necessarily the sale. It's the bond and the relationship that you're building with that person. Okay. That is the critical thing that most people miss. They're like, okay, I've got a promotion. I'm going to send to my list. I'm going to promote to those people. And then I'm just going to stop until I have another promotion. Wrong. That there is not going to work. And if it works for the first time, it's going to hurt your list the more that you do that. Okay. So we always want to deliver value. We always want to create goodwill. All right. And even if we're doing a promotion, there's ways that you can do it that you're still delivering value. Okay. And then you always want to follow back up and deliver value after a promotion, which is another mistake that a lot of people make. Okay. We actually just had this conversation on one of our monthly calls for Brand Creators Academy, where I think it was Matt actually. No, it was Octavio who just ran through a promotion. He's like, now after I'm all done, I kind of feel a little weird coming back to them because I just promoted them. How do I kind of pick up where I just left off? And we'll walk through that. And I'll actually talk about that here a little bit more. But number 2 is follow-up. The follow-up is critical, and most people drop the ball there. So if you are building a list, you want to deliver on your promise. If you're going to deliver the, whatever, like I said, maybe it's the grocery list for, the certain plan that this person's going to need to follow. You deliver that. You send them to a thank you page. You deliver to their inbox, and you let them know, here is the thing that you signed up for. Thank you so much. Can't wait for you to check it out. If you have any questions, let me know. Sign off. Done. That's your first email. And then after that, it's going to be just checking in with them. And if you already have content on your website, we're going to lead them over to that helpful content. And as we do that, we're delivering value. We're also creating more goodwill. Okay. And this just builds on itself, guys. It builds and it builds and it builds. Okay. And again, it doesn't matter how big the list is. I don't care if it's 10 people. You need to be helping those 10 people. Okay. So that's number 2, follow up, build trust, give value weekly. All right. Number 3, this is a big one. And this is actually one of the things that Matt did, and so did Octavio, is they asked an open-ended question. This is what we also call a naked email. There's no links in it. All it is you asking them what they need help with or what are they stuck on. And what this will do is it will give you a back and forth conversation. Now, I do recommend that you reply to these people, okay? And you also then start to take their information, maybe even put it in a spreadsheet, and you're going to start seeing common words that they're saying, common, phrasing that they're saying, common sticking points that they're saying. Now we've got content ideas, we've got product ideas, we've got all of that stuff, and we're coming to them with a way of us helping them. And then that builds the bond even stronger because we're not asking for anything. We're asking them to tell us, what do you need help with? What can I help you with? No one can get mad at you for that, right? It's you're adding value and you're getting all of this intel. Okay. So in 2021, again, this is what we want to do. We want to, number 1, create a lead magnet that attracts only the right person. Okay. Number 2, we want to follow up with that person. We want to build trust, give value weekly. Okay. And then 3, we want to, during that follow-up, is we want to ask open-ended questions. We want to learn their sticking points. We want to solve their problems with content. Okay. And that actually brings me into number 4, which is create content that helps them. Because now here's the other thing that you get to do. You get to write an email and say, hey, last week, I asked, what was your number 1 sticking point about whatever, going plant-based? And then you go, actually, Matt had a question about X, Y, and Z. I actually wrote a post about it. Here is the link. Go check it out. If you have any questions, let me know. That's it. Okay. Now, what does this do? Okay. A lot of people go, well, it sends people to your website. You get some traffic, which you do, but also you've helped that person. Yep. And also other people now you've helped, right? But there's another thing that a lot of people don't realize. What this also does by you answering people's questions is it sets you up as somewhat of an authority in that market. Even though you might think, I'm not an expert. You're an expert to someone else that's not there yet. Even if you're just 1 or 2 or 3 steps ahead, you now are an authoritative person in this market because people are asking you questions. Okay. So by you asking that open-ended naked email that we talk about, you're getting all of those benefits. Okay. You're getting all of those benefits. So number 4 is create that content that helps them. Okay. And then what you want to do is you want to include that in some follow-up. Okay. In some broadcast emails once a week. Okay. Number 5 is now what we want to do is we also want to take some of that data and we want to create products that they want and need. The easiest thing to sell someone is what they actually want and what they need. How do we know that? We've asked them the questions. What do they need help with? What are they stuck on, right? How do you think I created the email list building fast track workshop? I asked my audience what they were stuck on. That was one of the things. What was another thing? How to create a digital product from scratch. Didn't know what to do. What was the first step? How should I do this? How should I set it up? Right? So those are things that came from people asking me questions over and over and over again, right? Niche validation. I'll tell you right now, that will be one coming up here shortly that we're going to be doing a workshop. And the reason why is because I've asked my audience what they need help on, One of them is the niche validation, the niche discovery and validation. Plus, as a little side note, I sent an email to my list just the other day because our coffee talk before this was niche discovery and validation in 2021. And that email got way more opens. It got way more clicks. What does that tell me? It tells me that people want this and they need it because they've opened an email and they've clicked on the link in the email more than others. That's another way that you can validate an idea or a piece of content or a product idea. Okay. So it's another way that you can use that email. Again, that'll work in 2021. It'll work in the future too. Okay. So those are the 5 different things that I want you to be thinking about while you are building a list in 2021. Okay. And I don't mean you have to wait till 2021. If you want to start right now, I would encourage you, if you're not in Brand Creators Academy, which you can apply if you wanted to join, you can go over to brandcreatorsacademy.com, or you can just go through one of our fast track workshops. And the one that I would recommend going to is the email list building fast track workshop, which can be found at brandcreators.com/list. And that'll take you there. It's about a 3-hour workshop and it takes you exactly step by step through that process. And at the end of that workshop, you will be building your list up to 500 subscribers within 30 days or less. Okay. So let me just recap. Number 1, create a free lead magnet that only attracts the right person in your market. Okay. Number 2, follow up, build trust, give value weekly. You need to do it weekly. Okay. Because you want to show up on a regular basis. Okay. Number 3, ask open-ended questions, learn their sticking points and solve their problems with content. Number 4, create the content that helps them. Okay. And then send more follow-ups going to that content on the website. Okay. And then number 5 is create products that they want and need. And then from there, you just rinse and repeat. And that becomes really the core of your communications, of your intel on your market. Building the list will also increase sales. It also allows you to create more products. It allows you to know what to create, what not to create. All of that stuff happens with the email list. You create new content, you're getting content ideas from the list. You're then posting it on your website. You're getting website traffic. But now also you can drive that your email list over to that piece of content. Give it a little bit of boost. Okay. So there's a lot that happens, but it does not have to be complicated. But it does start with number 1, attracting the right person in your market. It's not going after everyone. It's that one type of person in your market. Is it the fisherman? Maybe, but it might also be just the bass fisherman. Okay. Maybe that's where we start. Okay. So that's what I would recommend doing in 2021. I know that we're going to be heavily focusing on that inside of Brand Creators Academy. We've actually just went through and created a brand new 5-stage roadmap, which is your niche discovery and validation, then your foundation, which is your website, your home base, your content. Then from there, list building is stage 3, stage 4 is monetization, and stage 5 is growth. All right. And everything falls in one of those stages. List building, obviously, email list building is in stage 3. So if you're interested in joining us, whether it's in Brand Creators Academy, head on over to brandcreatorsacademy.com and you can apply there, or you can just take one of our fast track workshops. You can go to brandcreators.com/list, and that'll take you to our email list building fast track workshop. All right. Now, if you're an Academy member, you already get access to all of our fast track workshops and also the future ones. So that's what I suggest that you do in 2021. All right, guys. Now let's go ahead and see if you guys have any quick questions before we wrap this up for today. Let's see. Looks like we do have some questions here. Let's see. What's up, Barney? Good morning to you. Justin, what's up? Good morning, Scott. Having coffee with you this beautiful Wednesday morning. Well, that's awesome. Let's see. Troy, what's up, Troy? Good morning to you, man. Good to see you. Okay. Salama, is it better to have a free lead magnet or paid for more engaged lists with skin in the game? Is your conversion better with your ebook versus your checklist subs? Okay. Now, there is definitely going to be a better quality list of buyers when you build a buyer's email list. Does that mean that I would not build a free email list? No, I've always built a free email list. And I encourage everyone to do that because you have some people that are just not going to buy right now. So why not do that? The other thing is in the very beginning, if you do not have a big budget that you can spend a lot of ad money, it's going to be hard to get that paid thing to convert at a profitable conversion. Okay. So what I mean is if you have a $9.99 ebook, it's going to be hard for you to be able to get that thing to convert for $10. Okay. You're going to need more. You're either going to need more of a back end to that, or you're going to need the free lead magnet to a thank you page, which has the offer there. Okay. And that's actually what Matt is currently doing right now. And I was going to share this with you guys, so I'll do it right now so you guys can kind of hear this. It's pretty exciting stuff. So Matt started his email list with a giveaway, which giveaways are actually, the quality of the giveaways are generally less than a free lead magnet. Okay. But with that being said, they're a lot less expensive. So an example of this is we've built a list in the past inside of one of our case study brands. And I think we were paying 13 to 16 cents per email address with a giveaway. We built a list of 9,000 subscribers. Now, with those 9,000 subscribers, there's not going to be 50% of those people that are going to stay engaged. But if we do a free lead magnet, it's going to cost us anywhere from 50 cents to $1 per email address. So even if we cut that list in half or even a quarter of our giveaway, we're still paying about the same, but we get a lot more momentum. But a free lead magnet will definitely be a better email list. Now, with a paid lead magnet, that will be even a little bit more, but it's going to definitely cost you more in order to get that. So my recommendation to Matt, and this is what he did, he built his list with a giveaway, then he went with a free lead magnet. Then as he's doing that, he's using the follow-up strategy that we talked about. He's delivering content on a regular basis. His open rates were fantastic. I think his open rates were anywhere from 25 to 30%, sometimes even higher. His click-through rate was anywhere from 2% to 5%. And he sends out his naked email. He gets all the intel. That's where he started developing his content. But his content was actually going to be his digital guide. He built that product on the back of his email sequences, also the information that he received, and he ended up doing a launch to basically launch his digital product to that list. And I believe the last time I checked, he had, I think, 27 or 28 sales from a little sequence that he threw out there. Okay. Now, not a ton of money, but it validated the idea once again, and he constantly was delivering value to the list. Well, now, because his lead magnet is always converting at around 33 to 35%, I believe. It was as high as 40, I believe, at one time, but it went to about 33%. The first thing that I told him to do was take your paid product now and bolt it on the thank you page. Well, he just reported to me this morning, by the way, that after 46 visitors that opted in, so they got on his email list, 46 people, one person took him up on his paid offer on the thank you page. Now, spent $35 on those emails. He brought in $10. So technically now he spent $25 for those 46 emails. And where it gets exciting is now there's 45 people that didn't buy that are going to be able to go through a follow-up sequence that we could remind them to purchase the product. And if we get 2 or 3 more out of that, boom, our ads are paid for. That's why I like going with a free to a thank you page offer. Okay. And then we can follow up with that sequence, because that way those people, they're still interested in the market. They just might not be interested in that paid product that we have on the back end. And we'll be able to still, speak to them and learn from them. So again, that's what happened with Matt just recently. I wanted to share that, but he is doing exactly what we talk about, and it's working very, very well. So again, I would think about everything that we talked about here in this session and apply it to your business. Free lead magnet. From there, thank you page, deliver what you promised, follow up. Then when you have a digital product or even a physical product, put that on the thank you page. Make sure that your lead magnet is converting at least 25%. That's usually our benchmark. And then from there, once it is, turn the ads on and let it drive people to the thank you page, and we can see if we can get some sales. All right. So that's like a quick win on being able to do that. Now, once he gets that to convert, at where it's a break even. Now he's getting emails for free. He's building his list for free. So now where it gets exciting is okay, that one product, what if we add an order bump, okay, for an extra $5 or $10? Now all of a sudden we go from break even to profitable. Okay. And then we can add other products on the back end of that. So anyway, hopefully that answered your question. But I went a little deep there because I wanted to bring up Matt's stuff there as well. Why do you choose to send broadcast emails versus auto sequences? Do you write emails 3 a week? How long does it take? Okay. So first off, the follow-up sequence, I believe, should not be like this massive 6-month sequence. I think it should be whatever you have as far as if you are leading them through a sequence for they just opted in, you're going to deliver maybe 3-4 emails. That's going to build a little bit more of a relationship with them, but also maybe give them the offer that you presented on the thank you page. That's what we're doing in the automated sequence. That's the auto responder. Okay. But with that being said, we want to send broadcast emails once a week as well, because this also allows us to stay in touch with our market and really understand what those conversion rates are as far as opens and clicks and all of that stuff. We can send to unopens if we want to. There's a lot of cool things that we can do. Yes, I do write my emails. Okay. Pretty much every niche that I'm in right now, I'm writing the emails. The brand that we recently sold, I was writing 3 emails a week for that brand. And then I was sending to the unopens as well. How long does it take? Depends. Like this morning, I wrote an email mentioning this here, building a list in 2021. And that there took me probably around 15 to 20 minutes. But again, it's part of the routine. You guys have to develop a routine and be consistent on that routine, right? These coffee talks, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern time, like clockwork, right? My email goes out on Friday and Monday and Wednesday, basically before 9 o'clock. It's just going to happen. Okay. It's like anything. If you're going to do a workout routine, we need to develop a routine, right? My morning routine doesn't change. It's the same up until about 7 o'clock. It's always the same. Same thing with my emails. I write them every single week, the exact same time, and I get them out the door by at least 9 o'clock. Some days it might be 8:30. Some days it's going to be 9. Okay. So we always want to develop this routine and this consistency. Okay. It's all about committing and then being consistent on a regular basis. Okay. Let's see. Salama says, take a sip. Okay, I will. And if you're listening to this on the podcast and you're not here live or watching this over on Facebook, head on over to takeactioncrew.com and you can join us over there and you can remind me to take a sip of coffee every now and then. Barney, where's the best place to watch these coffee talks? I can't see everyone's comments on Facebook. Yeah, the whole thing with I'm using a tool called Streamyard, and what happens is it will pull comments from whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Facebook in the group, whether it's Facebook on the page. So it is hard to see everyone's comments. That's why some people can't see. If you're on YouTube, you might only see a couple of people. So yeah, that's the issue there. But let's see here. Got that. Okay. I'm on Facebook Live as well, Barney, and only see your comments. Yeah, because you're either in the group or you're on the page, right? And that's why. So you can't, unless I share it like this. See, I just shared Kate's. Here's Barney's. Where's the best place? See, I can pull these in myself. Okay, so Jason says, past few mornings, I've been watching you when about to head out for work. Highly appreciate you and am discovering so much. Thank you. Yeah, we'll see. Okay, and I want to prove my point here. Jason just started tuning in not that long ago. Jason, thank you, by the way, on YouTube, which on YouTube, like our reach is like so little and there's not many people that watch, but there's a few, right? Jason is I want to prove my point with Jason. Jason is a person. Jason is not on my email list yet. He may, but he's also now connected through the YouTube stream, pulling him, into the coffee talk. And now I get to have this conversation with Jason. This is what you need to be doing inside of your business and in your brand, right? It doesn't matter how many people are watching. It doesn't matter how many people are commenting. What matters is if one person shows up, speak to that one person, help that one person. Let's see. Salma, how do you know conversion on Lead Magnet? Very simple. And actually, Salma, I know that you're part of Email List Building Fast Track Workshop. You need to go back through that because I show you inside a ConvertKit that when you have your lead magnet in there on your landing page, you can see the conversion rate. You can see it. Okay. So go back through there, Salma. Let's see. Anna says, happy sipping, Scott. Found you. Couldn't at first. Reason being your Coffee Talk email linked to your group. Anyways, you rock. Yeah, Anna, I think what happened there is you went to the group and you might not be part of the group. And the group that she's talking about is the Rock Your Brand group. And if you want to be part of that, all you need to do is head over to brandcreators.com/RYB, and that'll take you to the Facebook group. You do have to request to join, but really you just need a profile picture and you need to answer 3 basic questions, and then you're in. Okay. So I've had a lot of people request here recently. So yeah, that's probably why, Anna, but I'm glad you're here. Thank you. And Jason says, I love it. Routines. One of the main things I'm being more intentional about. Yes. And I'll tell you what, there is some power in routines, because no matter what happens, even if you fall off the rails, if you have certain things that you do on a regular basis, at least you can feel good about it. You can feel proud about it. And I don't know about you, but if I get out of my routine, I feel like I'm just out of balance. So yeah, routines are big. I actually have this book here, which I do recommend. It's called Tiny Habits. The small changes that change everything. It's totally true. And I've incorporated this in a lot of different things. It's really just about bolting on these little habits, these small little micro habits. It's really, really important. Hey, D, what's up? Good morning. Is it so important to be, it is so important to be consistent. We tend to be distracted and get nothing done if we don't have a set routine. Exactly. So you got to have deadlines for yourself too. Okay. If you do not, and as an entrepreneur, I mean, I could vouch for this because I've been in this world for over almost 20 years now as being self-employed. If you do not have self-discipline, if you can't give yourself a routine to get stuff done, ain't gonna work. I'm just telling you. You'll just put it off. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. And before you know it, a week and a half's gone by and you haven't emailed your list, or you haven't put out that video, or you haven't put out that blog post. You got to have a routine, guys. You got to have a routine. I've been publishing the podcast for over 5 years now, going on 6 years. Never missed an episode. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay. I batch record. These coffee talks will turn into some podcasts sometimes. The jam sessions, that's all done so I can be consistent. But these Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern time, I can get out of it, but I can't get out of it because I've committed to you and myself. So it's a way that we just show up and we get it done. Okay. Let's see. Jason says, I was about to ask, how can I get on your mailing list? That is also a question. How? Yeah, that's funny. If you go to brandcreators.com, you'll see there, it'll say training, I believe. And then there's one there for the checklist. I believe there's also, if you just go to the checklist, there's a box there that says, download the checklist. Let me look here real quick. The other way is just go to takeactioncrew.com. Yeah, but if you just go there and if you go on work with us, those are all of our products. But then let me go back here. I'm trying to even see myself right now because we changed some things around. Let's see. Yeah, the best bet is just go to Take Action Crew. So if you just go to Take Action Crew and it says join the Take Action Morning Crew free, and then you just sign up right there. That's how you do it. Okay. Yeah, but we do have a checklist. We have switched things around. We will most likely be putting that back up on the website because it's a niche validation checklist. But that will be coming back here. We've been just changing some things around and some of our focus on that. But Jason, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for discovering the Coffee Talk. And I'd love to see you back, man. And you know what? If there's anything that I can do to help you, let me know in the comments. All right. If there's, like where are you in your business? Where are you in your brand build? Where do you need help? Because by you asking that, you'll get other people that'll come in and chime in and help you. And then I know where to help you too. And I can maybe direct you to a resource or maybe a podcast that I did, or maybe a blog post that I've done, or maybe a coffee talk. But yeah, would love to help you. All right, guys, that is going to wrap up this coffee talk, this Wednesday coffee talk. Let's see. Do I have Fridays planned out? Oh, look at that. I do. I have Friday's jam session. This is what we're going to do on Friday. How do I plan 2021 for massive success in my business? That's going to be the topic for Friday's jam session. So what I would love for you to do is come back here, join me. And if you have any questions on really creating a detailed plan for you to succeed in 2021, then you're going to want to be back here for that jam session and just ask any questions that you have there. That's what we're going to be talking about. How do I plan 2021 for massive success in my business? And I'll tell you one thing, little spoiler alert, email, it's going to be one of those things that you need to do. Okay. Email is going to be definitely one of those things. All right. And providing value to your marketplace, however you do that. Right now, I'm doing a coffee talk. This is delivering value to my community, to my, to my audience. Okay. I sent out an email this morning that's delivering value. Okay. You have to think about your market, where they are, where do they want to go? How can you show up and deliver value? And if you do, I'm telling you right now, everything else will fall into place. It becomes way easier. That's why in Brand Creators Academy, in stage 4 is monetization. We wait to stage 4 to start talking about monetization. Why? We need to build the foundation. We need to build the foundation before we start monetizing. All right. So, all right, guys, if you have any other questions, let me know, drop them in the comments, and we'll see you guys on Friday. All right. Have an awesome, amazing day. Take care, take action, and I'll talk to you soon, guys. Bye.